What's up YouTube, Carton221 here, and welcome back to another Code of Heroes 2 online replay. Here's the new Code of Heroes, basically. They're getting ready for the Western Front, Western Armies DLC, and you can see they even had the, go back, let's see, we have this LB Day, and basically what that is they've given us two new commanders. This is the day that the United States forces met with Soviet forces at the German River. LB? I'm not probably pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, so Lend-Lense was one of them. I actually have a gameplay to show you with that. I'm probably going to get one on German mobile defense, but it is really cool. Let's go to my replays. Hopefully it's still there. So I just called it US Russia because I do have some Shermans in this game. So now I've been seeing this strategy more and more. The guy I'm going to go across is he's going to have a strategy here, right? He's going to be using Pioneers as his main infantry. And he's going to be taking up fast to get a tank. That's at least what I believe, because he has a bunch of Pioneers. And, okay, he has some MGs, but pretty much he has the mortar half-track with a lot of Pioneers and 1 or 2 MGs. And what that does is to minimize your Tier 1 and no Tier 2, and then to get him to Tier 3, pretty much. So these are Lend-Lense tactics. As you can see, it has a Dushka. It has Allied Supply Drop. It has the half-track with, it turns out, they're guard assault troops, but they're armed with PPSHs and SVD rifles, so they're not basically anti-tank infantry, which is kind of cool. You now have the passive, repair. That's new. That's not new. This one's new, and the Sherman's new, and we're gonna see some of that. Anyway, so you can see here, this map is crossing the woods, I think, or it has woods in it as its name. I didn't pay attention. Where's that tactical map? Anyway, so as you can see, they have quite a lot of Pioneers. They have 3 already. He's already producing multiple ones. So they have 4 Pioneers. All Pioneers start after building the infantry company. Now on this map, there's basically 3 major choke points. There's this bridge here. There's this choke point over, well, the star here, and then there's also fuel. Now, what they're doing is heavy Pioneer start. That can be okay. Pioneers actually destroy MGs if you get around them because they have the the MP40s. And so, basically, I had this happen to me. I was playing a live I was doing a live. Well, I didn't show it, but I was doing a match, and I'm becoming more for support lately. So my machine gun was facing the other way. These Pioneers came next to us from our side and just wiped out my whole squad. So Pioneers, have used effectively, can definitely do a lot. But as you can see, no damage so far to me until they close in, and we've already done quite a lot of damage to them. I'm like, oh no, this guy's gonna go into the house. Very aggressive plays so far from this guy, HT. So you're gonna see I'm gonna back off and get behind the well, because I know at long distance our rifles will do great, and pretty much these those MP40s will not be doing any real damage. So we have those guys there. I have my own guys. I see a lot of Pioneers. I'm trying to flank around here, but he kind of sees that. I stopped my flank attack. He's going to advance up even further as I've kind of tried to pull my guys back a little bit. He is in this house. There's some things I can do, but it'll be a little hard. Let's go into the other side really quickly. Once again, long range, that's going to favor the combat engineers. As you can see, they're taking a lot more damage to the new dynamics. Now, I'm having these guys basically, what I was trying to do was have those guys absorb the fire, my conscripts, and have these guys flank around. So these guys are not going to, they're taking shots right point blank against these guys. I also have my Maxim taking some shots in this MG, and I'm really going to try to wipe out this MG. Somehow my MG start focusing on the Pioneers, which is not what I wanted necessarily. What I'm trying to do is keep these guys back so I can get some flamethrowers possibly. I have another Maxim up. So I like to match the Germans with their MG42s with my Maxims. So we're going to be shooting in this. As you can see, he has Pioneers. Let's see if you can see a look in the building. He has Pioneers. Oh, that's kind of a cool view. He has Pioneers and an MG42 in there. He has neutralized our fuel point. So as you can see right now, I'm researching the Molotov cocktail. I want to burn these guys out. I'm going to try to get these guys back because they're not really doing a whole lot. And I know I want to save it anyway So you can see I'm going to do a charge here before they can react. And I'm going to toss a Molotov in here and then retreat. Take out retreat. No? Anyway, that's going to hurt a lot of the troops inside the building. I pulled those guys back. No need to senselessly lose them. These guys are kind of back here. I was hoping they could take out those guys, but, you know, they didn't. You know, he went out of the building, and between all my guys shooting, we're hopefully going to take out his MG42, and we do. Notice how it says 2 men here? It actually took up my whole squad, but that's okay. I even had a mortar getting ready, like if I wasn't able to burn them out. Sorry, we have both fuel sources. They went and harassed us here. I mean, you can't. So they pretty much took that away. So that's cutting off the extra fuel we have up here. I'm taking back this fuel point in the MG42. Notice how the MG42 has much wider arc. Still is more focused and shorter range, while the MG42 is pretty much a better machine gun overall than the Maxim. Maxim's a little bit more, the Maxim's a little bit, how do you say this? It's more maneuverable. That's correct, yeah. So I was going to put my mortar in the woods here and start maybe taking some shots on those guys. But he's getting around, and look at the flamethrower. Like, they're starting to... They really haven't done a whole lot. I mean, they have some snipers now they're getting out. Snipers are more pioneers, but... If we go to them, what... They should be focusing on the Dark Paladin was who Juicebox was facing here. They should be really teching up. They have the fuel. Well, at least this guy is Dark Paladin. So you can see they did get around us. I did turn my MG. This was a mistake because I didn't know their MG was right there. You see my men are low on health, and soon I should be upgrading to get the field infirmary to help get my guys there. I'm worried about it. I haven't seen a lot of I've seen a bunch of pioneers. I'm kind of worried about some kind of half track or something. So I have a gun here. This gun's going to be very valuable. I mean, keep in mind that the division field guns are better than the packs. So they do have a light artillery barrage to take out infantry. I don't use any douche, guys. Then I see a sniper, and look at this. Whenever you have a sniper, make sure if you're front of artillery, you don't leave them there, because guess what? Boom! There goes their little sniper. That's 360 manpower, and I'm wiping out some of their machine gunners. So, already, killed a sniper and killed an MG guy. So, alright, we'll build a field infirmary. So, G-Spox has been pushed back over here. He has ever retaken this, and he's trying to build a field cache. He's going with a bunch of guards, conscripts. He goes pretty heavy on infantry. Usually, I'm pretty heavy on machine guns and support troops. Right now, I only have one conscript squad, which can bite you. Just can't come back to bite you, so... Not haunt you, but... Bite you? Nah, that doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, I'm going to retrain my troops here. I just want to get the MG42 to have 6 crew and fully healed. As you can see, there are... Oh, interesting. These guys look exactly the same as the pioneers. Combat engineers. Look at this. He flanked around the MG42. Blitzing his way around. And that guy's going to get utterly destroyed. I think he has... I wonder how he did that with the... Let me just look on his guys here. Ah, yes. If you have Ura, these guys obviously have that. Okay, well, one of them had Ura at least. So you're not going to win a fight if you just have a bunch of pioneers. G-Spox even has his own little sniper, guys. They did put a bunker here, so they're kind of sealing this part off in the center. So we're holding the flanks right now, and their fuel is... One, it's not even hooked up even if they did have it. So they're relying on fuel caches. Pretty typical. This is what I was expecting, you know. I was expecting this with the massive pioneers. Anyway, those guys got... These are my guys here. They tried to rush up, so I held my ground. And my mortar hit one of the guys who was holding the flamethrower and killed him. Keep that in mind, though. If your guys, if your guy holding the flamethrower gets hit, he will become caught on fire, and his fire may spread to the other troops. I just gotta fall back. I'm turning my own machine gun on this guy here. I'm trying to get him so he can't hurt my mortar. But as you can see, this flamethrower is pretty deadly up close, but my own guy's taking shots at him will probably kill that guy. And he has his own little mortar half-track. Now keep in mind, this mortar half-track is pretty good if you know how to use it. It will delay you on fuel, but 40 fuels, that's about half a third of a tank or so. But if you can use this and use, what you really want to use on this is the incendiary mortar barrage. That can really devastate units if they're grouped close together. So you can see, I think at one point he tried to do that up here. Anyway, you can see I have about, well, the Twitch thing's in the way. It doesn't tell me how many views, how many kills I have. She could, no. Anyway, like I said, you guys, I saw it, and they're just all burned up. So I took out my mortar there. Anyway, these guys are energy 1. We can't go take this until we have until I bring a field gun up, or we flank around and destroy that bunker with a satchel charge. But either way, do we really need all 3 points? Now at this point, they have a lot of victory points here. They have all of them actually. These guys, I think they might be some of the free-to-play weekenders because they're using the basic commanders. That doesn't mean a whole lot. I mean, some people play this when they can on the weekends. Well, for the free weekends at least. And I see these guys, I'm gonna hoorah. I'm gonna throw my Molotov at the machine gun. And I see that they're, that was actually a perfect hit there. I really want to get rid of that MG. I don't want to capture another one. I have plenty of machine guns, but just to get him to pull back is good. And give him some more advantage. I'm really trying to preserve my infantry more, and as I've been playing. I mean, in the beginning, I still get comments like, oh, I think it was on Cone of Heroes number 10, I get the comment that I called it an IS-2 instead of an IS-152. Stuff like that, but, I mean, I'm working on it, so that's what matters. I don't have enough to get the Sherman just yet, so... Once again, a bunch of pioneers. I don't really see the logic. Well, I mean, I see the logic that he was trying to, like... He'd probably want a second one of those. But still producing the pioneers, like... You tried with some snipers, right? But this isn't Cone of Heroes 1, right? Now look what I was talking about with the flank. From experience of having 70, look how fast their health is going down. Well, it's going down a little bit. That's because they stopped moving. I'm just going to pull back. As you can see, they'll do a decent amount of damage too. Juicebox's guys are all pulling back. He does have his snipers up there though. And for some reason, he might have sniped the German sniper, but he's shooting at that. And I'm setting my common engineers up. Just trying to neutralize it. Unfortunately, I pulled back a second too late. I mean, second too early because I would have gotten neutral, and now it's still in their firm control. So it's not like they're losing right now or anything because they have all the victory points. But keep in mind though, when you have a bunch of pioneers and you have a mortar half-track, and what I can see is no defenses and you have bunkers. Oh, and he stole my mortar. That wasn't very cool. As you can see, I have my MG42 kind of like guarding this whole flank area. I'm going to go right after this mortar. Now, because he has no grenadiers whatsoever, there's a machine gun there, right? He can't Panzerfaust me and get me out of action. I can just chase this thing down. It's a light vehicle, right? And exposing your rear armor to a T-34 is not good. They're kind of shocked a little bit there. And that got destroyed. And I'm no problem. But these machine guns aren't going to really hurt us. I'm going to start targeting this building here. Or wait a second. I think I'm going to target this so I can actually capture the victory point. So you can see this is maybe a possible turning point. He has skipped all the way to support corps at this point. Support core, not corpse. Support core. I do have the half-track here. And usually the half-track looks like with the Lend-Lense. And it's just basically an M5 half-track with some guard. But the guards do not have that PTR system, as I explained earlier. So I took out that bunker. I'm going to start taking out these guys in the house here. Anyway, Juicebox is a heroic T-34. T-70, man, I'm tired. He's a T-70 taking out the bunker there. So we're simultaneously basically taking back all the points. See these awesome guards with their PPSHs and SVT-40s. So I moved up and I'm trying to capture this point, I think, or something. You know, if you have an advantage like an early T-34, just use it. Now, the other thing, I've been seeing a lot of people use Stoogs recently. You can see that they haven't made a tank yet. One of them was calling for surrender. I'm not sure which one by this point. But you're going to see a little bit of tragedy take on. We have some emergency 2 Panzer Grenadiers, and there's multiple of them. And with that Stug there, look how much that like rips into us. Like I gotta keep pulling back. And for some reason I'll like stop here. And I need to like keep pulling back. I'm trying to maneuver multiple units at once. And they get me. So they kill my T-34. Which is bad, but I'm getting my first Sherman in because no, it's not. Never mind, I'm getting another T-34. I don't have 9 victory points yet. The Shermans in this game I'll spend more when they come out, but they do look pretty nice. That's their own mortar. Where's my mortar they stole? I don't really know, but anyway, I figure okay, we have I figure you know these guard troops, right? We have our EPSA, just might as well close the distance. Perfect grenade spot right here. I'm gonna toss it. Look how many guys there are, but he must have sensed that or something, or realized he needed to move in. So I just gotta pull back there. Doing my half track here. I'm gonna reinforce. I reinforced this because they were down by a man. Anyway, look at the Stug. Like the Stug is getting. It's just like I thought he was either scouting or I don't know what he was doing here. But between the T-70 and my T-34, that guy just got lost his Stug there. There was no need to do kind of a rush like that. Like there's no tactical thing there. Anyway, as you can see, this thing's been quite deadly towards his infantry. And look at that guy, just got caught on fire. Just wiped out 2 Pioneer squads. So this is actually a very good thing to have around this point because you can just bombard it. Thought he tried to flank around here, but he never did. Anyway, so it's gone from like us having all the victory points and them having all the victory points is very unstable. Usebox's T-34 is Veteran C1 now though, which is pretty cool indeed. Okay, the thing about a Stug, right? I actually saw a Stug in Band of Brothers when I watched it a while ago. It's not. You should treat it more like an Su-85 and not single it out. Now I'm surprised. Oh, rear armor hit. Juicebox is trying to get the hell out of there. I don't know how Juicebox survived that, but he did. Now he's got a better G2, T-30, T-70. More Pioneers again. If you're going to do this, make some more infantry. I can understand the... not snipers. He's using too many snipers, and... frankly, just my half-track can take out those snipers easily. So I'm a little bit worried about like a Panther coming out or something. Not like I really should be at this point. I see they're making a lot of gains on this side. You probably don't want your Stug that far out necessarily. Anyway, we capture this. We're a little suppressed right now, but they were reloading. They can't really see me on the fog of war, so I'm gonna pull back. Anyway, now the Stug decides to come over here. He's making an assault with a lot of his infantry on these guys, with a lot of rifles, firing very fast, and no wonder they're going to wipe out those guys. He's also going to throw some anti-tank grenades on them, I think. And my tank is also moved up. Oh, he picked up their Panzerschrecks. And my tank just destroyed their engines, so they lost another Stug. Guys, the most numbers you should have is 1, because you really have to micro those guys pretty well. As you can see, we have a sniper here. I see he's taking out some of my guys. I can just easily move this thing up. But with the amount of munitions, I should put an anti-air package on this, because that would have... I can see that devastating them. So, in case a Panther or something comes across the center here, I do have an anti-tank gun now that I can react with. I'm really just saving up for a Sherman here. M4C Sherman. And I'm going to try to take this guy out again. Unfortunately, it hurt him, but it didn't kill him. He's going to move back. He's seen the, not the error of his ways, but he has seen the fact that this thing is actually pretty dangerous. Okay, really quickly. This is what a M4 Sherman looks like. This is the new Cone of Heroes 2. As you can see, it does have Russian writing on the top right, and does have a hammer and sickle. So one thing about the Sherman you probably want to know is that, frankly, it's pretty good at killing infantry. And it's like it treats like a T-34, but it's really fast. Like, look how fast this guy's going. And has a Browning machine gun. So you can see, though. I mean, I just pretty much. I mean, the house isn't gonna save him. We have a tank right here. He should just withdraw. As you can see, he killed another guy at the door. We don't even have the Browning there yet. So pretty good against light armor, especially those half tracks. It's decent against the Panzer IV. I mean, you don't have the ram ability, obviously, but other than that, like, who really cares? G-Spox with this heroic T-34, T-70. Why do I keep calling it T-34? You said, oh, they're laying mines there. So they have, like, quite a lot of mines along this road, anticipating a attack. But he shot. When you're actually laying mines, there's an enemy tank there. They can shoot and actually set off the mine and kill your whole squad. So G-Spox's strategy pretty much is use the T-70. You can actually capture points when it's a higher veterancy there. Yeah, combat mode. So you can actually capture that. That'd be very useful to go behind enemy lines and do that. They're definitely expecting an attack. However, their mortar did get wiped out. That was my mortar originally. And this thing has 9 lives. Literally. Just gonna pull back and get that thing repaired. I'm gonna move up with my guards troops. The new guards. You can see this is my old T-34 wreckage. Quite a lot of men have died trying to capture and hold this point from both sides here. Here's what the M4 Sherman looks like with the machine gunner on it. Oh. And then we have the snipers. I'm like, he has 2 of them now. I gotta pull back. I tell that to G-Spox. I mean, I have another T-34. I'm gonna start saving. I'm gonna save up all my money though for some more Shermans. And he sees that he's gonna pull back. I mean, I don't want to pursue him too far into his territory in case we're into something like a Panzer IV. Basically, on this map, you have to hold one of the sides. You have to hold this side or this side because that's where both the fuels are. It's a lot if you think about it. Look at that. It's a lot like the Hill 331. I personally like this map a lot. It's like Hill 331, where you have the fuels on both sides. Major attack coming in over here. He's trying to hurt that Panzer IV. He's now got veterancy 3 infantry. He's just gonna pull back. It's very bad when you give the enemy heavy weapons. You saw how they gave me an MG42 that I haven't quite used yet too much. But I see nothing stop me. He said they were double teaming him at some point, but we thought they might have just started focusing on his side. I mean, they have the snipers and stuff, but now this guy's teching backwards for a Lend-Lense mechanized company, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to tech backwards. Oh, he did build a howitzer. Interesting. Where's that landing, though? Ah, I wondered where our Maxim crew went. I didn't even notice these guys died in the battle. I was probably focusing on my grand attack, which is about to take place.
This territory is ours.
Now, I should have known they'd probably put a decent amount of mines along here, especially the artillery. But I have plenty of missions. I'm not going to buy with mine packages or anything. I just want to go up and take these guys out. So I'm going to move up right over the teller mines. And as soon as you hit a mine, you better pull the hell back. Because a quick reaction force of Panzer Grenadiers and Panzer IV along with another Panzer IV, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Our engine is heavily destroyed. My T-34 is now taking shots. It's not going to be good at this long range here. The M4 doesn't seem to care. I'm going to move up the M4 here. I have my guards troops. I see more troops coming in here. I'm trying to figure out how to save that M4 Sherman. I'm running. I see this and I see a bunch of those guys. I'm like, oh my gosh. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Throwing grenades in. T-34 is down. Those guys got wiped out. I'm still repairing the wreckage here. Pulling back, getting away from that. For some reason, I put G-Spox put mark target on that guy. I'm just moving up these guys to try to know, not be a distraction, but to throw a Molotov on these guys here. Just to try to kill some of them. Maybe pick up a Panzerstreck of my own, hopefully. I'm trying to kill that one unit. He is so close to dying, and I got him. I'm going to pick up his Panzerstreck there. Another guy, like, you shouldn't, like, to lose 2 Panzerstrecks like that to a conscript squad. Yeah, they got wiped out. So here's what I'm doing. You don't have to man your vehicle. I'm just repairing it. So I have these guys. I'm trying to pull up my MG42. This guy's is going to kind of be facing the wrong way. Their attack is kind of stalled. Their tanks are getting repaired. Juicebox, meanwhile, has his legend. Look at the little guy sticking out of the top of this. Anyway, Juicebox is his ISU 152. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up this. And I'm going to get inside. I'm going to hop in this tank. And what I meant to do was I meant to like reinforce my engineers there, but that didn't seem to work. Anyway, we were able to take out that. I'm trying to pull this guy back further. You can see his pioneers moving up with. He just acted too fast. And I'm training multiple combat engineers. I figured, you know, I could try to get around and take those guys out, but there's no real point because there might be more mines. And indeed, there was some more mines. And also, we have a pack there now. So I need to keep pulling this back. We do have heavy, our main guns destroyed, so we're pretty weak, and we do have a heavy engine damage because of that mine. So we do have the MG42. It is covering this whole section here, so if he wants to get up and Panzerstreck me, which he's trying to do, I mean, why else would you rush your guys in like that? I have plenty of troops, and these guys are going to get suppressed and massacred. And just for the coup de grace, Juicebox is going to just, boom, shoot in there. So I have multiple engineers. We do have this mortar, though, and that's my own mortar, and Juicebox took it out. Does he have 2 IS-152s? Yes, he does. So I realized at this point, oh, wait a second, I can actually repair with my conscripts. I had to remake these conscripts because the other ones got destroyed, so we're going to repair this thing ASAP. I have another engineer squad coming up right now. We're going to pretty much get this thing back in action. I can make another one of these, which I will do, but for all intents and purposes, this game is pretty much over for them. It was fun, though, to see the Shermans. As you can see on this side, though, the Panzer IV. Pretty veteran. I'd throw a satchel charge right here if I was Juicebox. But he could just dodge it. So you can see how fast this Sherman got repaired. I did have to re-upgrade, though. The Browning 50 cal on this, though, is a little expensive for an upgrade for a tank. 60 munitions. Now you can afford it, usually. So I have another one of these guys coming out. I'm going to make one last assault. He does have multiple packs, though. And a Stug. Stugs aren't bad units. If you know how to use them and they get really veteran, I mean, just like this tank, if you use it like a tank. I see the game's almost over. And I realize, that's probably not a good idea, but the range of this gun is pretty strong. I couldn't believe I got hit there. So I have my MG42 pretty much covering the whole side, and it's also spotting for his ISU 152. This tank is now repaired. It has killed 7 guys. This one's 0. This one's killed 1. I'm going to move them all over there. I'm going to move up my tanks. I figure the game's almost over. I can definitely get around these guys. I mean, if I lose a Sherman right now, who really cares? So you can see with our speed, we can get around the anti-tanks pretty well. I'm even newer. Just you can see the damage that these tanks do to these packs. I stood there too long for a second, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to push in. We're about to win here. I'm pushing in right towards his Panzer IV here. A lot of damage these guys do to medium armor. And he turns his back on us, and we're able to take him out. So these guys actually fire pretty quickly, and they're pretty fast tanks, so they're pretty nice overall. Look at the kills. Juicebox got 100. I got 70 something, I think, because Twitch is in the way there. You should be able to like move this thing, especially when it's blocking that. So yeah, they lost quite a lot of men. It was a good game. I did enjoy showing you guys the Shermans because those are very cool units. Can't wait to play with them again. And look at that explosion there. His Panzer IV there. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. It's Cron221 signing off.